This video is made possible through a partnership with Humble Bundle. As a Humble partner, all Humble Bundle purchases through the links in the description below will help support the channel.
Hello Internet, welcome to Duel Theory, the show where we ponder the most important questions in all duel monsters, like how does Cyrus have naturally blue hair, where are Jaden's Cheetos, and most importantly, what does pot of greed do? But today, we shall dive into a subject more mechanical in nature, like every pony's favorite Cyber Realm AI, Zarvox. Zarvox is a character from the popular YouTube series Duels of the Cyber Realm, a show created by DsimXD. In-universe, Zarvox is the artificial intelligence that ran the Cyber Realm at least until recent events occurred that prompted Digi to build him a robot body. Zarvox is a rather sophisticated AI. It can duel, it can provide conversation, it can feel pain, and even have emotions. Now if only he can learn to love. But I digress. As much as I would love to spill the juicy secrets about Zarvox's technical specifications, I'm afraid such a feat is not possible at this time, at least not without some sort of advanced cyber probe which may or may not exist. But what we can do in this video is attempt to uncover one piece of information about Zarvox, his operating system. Before we continue, what is an operating system? An operating system is a system process commonly represented with a GUI environment or sometimes a command line interface that a computer or similar device uses to run applications or perform tasks for the user. They come in many flavors like Apple, Raspberry, Penguins, Windows, and more. But what does that have to do with our robotic amigo? That's a good question. While not much can be ascertained about the operating system of the Cyber Realm as a whole, it seems that we can easily narrow down the possibilities of the robotic pony's OS. That is, assuming Digi didn't just straight up build the operating system from scratch, but I digress. Seeing as the robot pony is made entirely of custom hardware, we can immediately cross all forms of macOS and iOS off the list. The reason is because Apple does not allow their operating systems to be installed on hardware they did not manufacture. Another hint can be obtained from watching Digi's first duel with Zarvox. In this episode, Zarvox becomes infected with a virus planted by Dark Critic. Because if that's not the face of a computer technician, I don't know what is. This means that Zarvox is equipped with an operating system that is susceptible to viruses. While this redundantly removes Apple from the list yet again, it also decreases the chance that Zarvox is built from a Raspberry Pi. You see, a Raspberry Pi is a computer that runs on a single chip. Because coding for the Raspberry Pi shares many similarities with coding for certain variants of Linux, and the robot body and brain have too many moving and functioning parts for a stock board to handle, it is safe to assume that unless the Cyber Realm itself is running on Linux, it would be far-fetched to believe that Zarvox is built from a Raspberry Pi. So this narrows down our possible candidates of Zarvox's operating system to Windows, Linux as well as its variants, and Android. Our next clue is a bit hard to decipher. Is Zarvox the core of his machine self, or is he simply an application? If Zarvox is simply an application, then this would raise more questions than answers. It could lead one to wonder what other applications are installed on the pony. How would the pony function if Zarvox is not running? Is Zarvox simply a companion system for his operating system like Microsoft Bob? But I digress. If we postulate that the processes are controlled by Zarvox himself, then the operating system that Zarvox is running must be open source. Therefore, he is not running Windows. So we've come this far, and the answer is just within our reach. One final piece of the puzzle, that when combined with every other factor we've seen so far, will reveal the shocking truth about Zarvox. And this all-important element is an item that exists in-universe and has been hiding in plain sight this entire time. That item, of course, is... these tablets. Whether it's the tablet that got destroyed in Season 1 or the one he has now in Season 2, this ordinary looking device is the glue that ties everything together. When his tablet was destroyed, he managed to recover his lost data quite easily onto his new tablet. We don't exactly know whether or not the micro SD card that was inserted into the old tablet was recovered, or if that tablet even had a micro SD card at all, so we can safely assume that his data was backed up via Google Drive. And when you hear the word Google, what's the first operating system that comes to mind? That's right, Android! So with all these likely factors pondered into the equation, we can confirm with 89% accuracy that Zarvox in his pony robot form was built upon the Android operating system. Praise ye Google and all of your open source goodness. But if you start downloading Flappy Bird onto yourself, I swear to fucking God. Of course, this video could easily be disproven by showing an x-ray of Zarvox's pony body, or leaking his specs. Or if Apple somehow created robots in Equestria, or if he was simply just a program acting as part of a greater equine machination. But hey, that's just a theory. A duel theory. I end my turn. If you like Bandai Namco and want to get some of their games cheap, check out the Bandai Namco bundle from Humble Bundle, containing games such as Pac-Man, Project Cars, Sword Art Online, Tekken 7, and more, and you can pay whatever you wish to get a generous amount of games and support charity at the same time. Big thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Daniel Baker. Thanks to everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.